What's up guys, Zach Dowdy here, and today's video is going to be all about transition skateboarding. About 2 videos ago, I built a quarter pipe in my backyard, and I asked you guys what tricks should I do, like trick tips and things like that. So that's what today's video is going to be all about. But I'm going to be honest, I'm kind of having a hard time right now, and let me explain. For me, skateboarding is just so hard to say it's right or wrong way to do a skateboarding trick. I don't think there is a right or wrong way. There's maybe a way that is preferred. I won't get into all that, but I'm having a hard time with naming this series. So I want your guys' feedback of what to call this. It's more of like my experience on the trick or something like that. I don't know. Help me come up with a name. I also want your feedback on what tricks to do and things like that. I guess I just don't want this to be a one-way conversation. I want it to be us talking about tricks and figuring out how to get through them together, I guess. It's an organic process. Anyways, let's go outside, check out the quarter pipe. I'm just going to start this by going through some of the comments in the last video. I think that's the best way to approach this. Vice Art said axle stall fakie. That could be a good one. It's kind of hard on this quarter pipe because it's so narrow. Pivot fakie is almost easier than axle stall fakie. Might have to do that somewhere else. Andreas Foriso, sorry if I butcher your name, man. Backside disaster, pivot fakie. Seen a lot of backside disasters. Raymundo Skate 85 said backside disasters. Alright, let's start with backside disasters. Before we do that, gotta get some tunes on. Always need some music for the skate hype. The lovely back disaster. It's actually a trick that I think you can learn pretty early on in skateboarding. Transition basics, basically. I think it's definitely a good basic to get into. When you're rolling up for the backside disaster, I think the best approach is almost think of it as an alley-oop. And what that means is that you're really going into the opposite direction of what the direction you're going in. So for lack of better words, if you're going up backside, you kind of approach it like you're actually going up front side, even though you're rolling up backside. And the reason you go up into the alley-oop position for backside disaster, in my opinion, is because it gives you an extra little spin already. It helps with your little torque back around once you actually get to the lip. So once you're in the alley-oop position and you're rolling up the quarter pipe, I think it's also good to have your feet pretty spread out. You want your back foot definitely on the tail because you want to scoop off the lip, but you want your front foot pretty high as well because that's going to kind of balance and keep your board under you as well as flat and churning it. Think of it as your front foot pivoting the board and your back foot is actually the one lifting your board into the air. And once you get up and you're in the alley-oop position going off the lip, I think one thing to think about is you almost want to try to aim for your front truck, to land onto your front truck. What happens pretty frequently when people are learning this trick is they go into backside Smith, they launch up and they just can't get around. And again, I think that's just from not spinning enough and getting that torque. So you got to think of it as you almost need to catch a little bit of air to get into the backside disaster. You can't just slam straight into it. You can do it that way, but I find it a lot harder. So if you almost think of it as a scoop up off the lip, doing a little bit of an alley-oop, and then you land into the disaster where you're ideally higher up towards your front truck. Going in is going to be a lot easier because then your wheels are closer to the transition and you can just press on your nose. And since your front foot is already up there high on your board, it's going to be an easy shift from the top of your board to the nose, and then you can use that to come in. It's a lot easier when you land higher, and that's how I backside disaster. I also did do a tutorial or a trick tips. Again, I don't know what we're going to call it. So you guys got to come up with a name for me on pivot fakies. I'll leave a little link up here. One of my favorite tricks for sure. If you have a specific question about the pivot fakie, then maybe we could do another one, but I feel like we already did that. So let's see some of the other comments. Joshua Lamb, he said, how about building up some courage? I had a bad spill 5 weeks ago and I broke a rib and tore up my hands. Damn. But I got less than a week before I can go back out. I'm terrified of effing up this mid-30s body. Well, I can relate, man. Definitely relate. Sometimes I get scared too, and it's hard to put yourself out there. I say the first thing foremost is like finding people to skate with, you know, finding people around your same level of skating too, not just like really good people or really bad people, just finding people around your same level, and that'll push you. Like, there's no way I would have got to the level that I'm at in skateboarding now without a good crew around me that was progressing at the same time. Obviously, I've been skating for a really long time, so it's a little different when you're starting, when you're a little bit older. I think just finding people to skate with is going to be the big thing. On top of that is just taking care of yourself. I mean, that's probably the obvious, but like, you know, taking an Epsom salt bath after you skate, know that you're going to be sore, you know what I mean, the next day. And then just, you know, as far as like building up courage is just take baby steps, you know, go at your own process. You work at your own pace, don't work at anybody else's pace. I think that's an important thing to remember, you know, but also being persistent. I think courage comes with confidence, so you're going to get confident if you just are persistent. So even if you're like, man, I don't think I can skate today, I'm not going to crush it, go to the skate park and just sit there and push around. Don't do much. That's okay, because that's just being persistent. Chad Skate said, super sick, looks epic to skate. You should do a trick tips on backside disasters, because I'm struggling with those and yours look so clean. Well, hopefully this helps. Hopefully there's some nuggets in here that you guys can take away. Caleb Berhuman, he commented and said, can you build a box, please? I know it's easy and there's tons of tutorials, but like, you're the best and I want to see some of your ways, I guess you could say. Thank you very much, Caleb. It's very nice of you. I definitely do want to build a box. I got to think of where to put it. Maybe in that ditch where we installed the curb and make it unique. Maybe a little different than the other online videos that are with boxes. So I'll definitely figure out how to do that, Caleb. Jared Rodis Taylor, always commenting, rad dude. Nice work, mate. Love to see you roll up to board slide across the ledge. Man, I really do want to do that. Maybe by the end of the day, we get the board slide off of it. Ben Martin. I'm 30, never skated, just built a quarter pipe. I can drop in, rock fakie. That's it from day one. If you possible, can you go from basic to harder on your series, please, so I can try and follow? Thanks, man. Keep up the great content. Well, thanks, Ben. That's rad that you learned how to drop in so quick. Damn, it took me a long time to figure out how to drop in. I was really scared. But that is definitely something I want to do, is cover some basics, and we'll get into some more technical stuff. If there's any specific tricks, again, just let me know, man. That's sick that you just started skating. Keep it up, dude. Ooh, Evan Bland, all caps. I want the blunt fakie. All right, let's get the blunt fakie. I still haven't done it on the quarter pipe. That was motivation right there. Blunt fakie time. Back to the confidence question one more time. Since now, skating, thinking about it. So I'm really scared to do the blunt faking. I'm scared to commit to it because it's such a trick where you have to pop all the way over. It's just a scary trick, right? So something that I just thought about that's going to build my confidence is doing a pivot fakie, rock fakie. Tricks that I do know fairly familiar, really familiar, so that when I do the blunt fakie, I'm just kind of in a better train of thought, almost a positive mindset. So try to break it up sometimes if you're bailing every time like I am now. Feeling more confident that I'm going to do the blunt fakie. I think falling also builds your confidence as well when you're older in skateboarding, or at any age really. Makes you realize what you're doing wrong so that you can land it. Like if I didn't fall right now, or fall a couple times, I wouldn't have landed the blunt fakie. I'm hyped that I landed it. I'm hyped that I even failed because that made me realize, all right, that's not so bad. You can do it. Come on, stick it. So I guess that kind of helps your confidence. There's a caveat to that, is like just knowing when to pick and choose your battles. So as you get older, you know, realizing that it's okay to bail when you don't have it, but realizing when you do have it and committing to it. So hopefully that helps as well. In between the last video and this video, I used some Silca Pro Select. I've actually made a whole video about this stuff. You can fix cracks and patches with this stuff. It's really, really strong, dries really, really fast. I'll leave a link somewhere up here. Check that video out. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you. Subscribe if you're not already for more of these videos. Let me know what the name of the series of these type of videos should be. Need your help. All right, see you guys in the next one. Mash.